Oh, I've had a heck of a day. One thing I can think of right now, besides all the work that I've got to do, is listening to 7-inch audio tapes all day. Oh, look! I've got a tape machine in a suitcase. Isn't that crazy? Look at that. Oh, it's Ampex 600 2. That's right, 2 for the price of 2. Here we go. We got all the cords. We got your little doohickeys that hold the tape on. It's a very exciting show. It smells like a 1950s machine. Please be aware of that. Not 1950s. It smells like a vinyl. A vinyl machine. So that is important to know. But it is a nice looking machine, isn't it? I got this for relatively cheap. Cleaned it up and it looks nice. The handle, it's got a little schmeg on there and stuff. I mean, it was used. This is, actually, I've looked up the history on this stuff. This is famous for two things. I think it was Fred Astaire, and also for people like the Rolling Stones and stuff evidently used the 2 because they wanted to use both amps. So, and also these amps are now a lot of times taken out of these machines and used for guitar amps. So, but we're not going to be doing that, are we? This is the transistor based, not the tube based. So please be aware of that. I think I forgot what the 600A. I can't remember, but anyways, one of them has. Excuse me while I whip this out. Whip this up, I should say. It's heavy. Please know that when you're going to be getting it shipped to your place. So there it is. Like I said, we've got all the wires right here in this handy dandy little top. This is the top portion of the case. The case is obviously functional. You've got your power cord. You've got your wires. Notice that these are mono wires, but it is stereo because both amplifiers. So each amp actually is used for either side. We're going to be listening to the unbalanced, obviously, not the balanced, but it does have balance features. I think so. Is this output and input? I never looked, actually. I never even thought about that. But I think it's yeah, input. So that's actually input, and output is mono unbalanced. So, for both. Now, here is the caveat. This particular machine has a wonderful problem with one of the capacitors. And again, I don't have time to go in and fix that because I am moving in about 3 months. So I am in that particular spot where I'm trying to get stuff out of my house instead of in my house. And if I keep on doing all the little projects I need to do before I get rid of it, I'm going to end up not getting rid of any of it. So it's time to pull down. Let me go ahead and plug this into. This is going to be a long, already going to be a long tape, I believe, or long video. So, but anyways, you can look at how everything's hooked up. It's a pretty simple device. Nothing too crazy. If you look on the bottom here, you can see that masking tape was used. This was probably actually used a lot because it's got that tape thing that people who do gigs use to keep everything shut and protect it and stuff like that. So it was used. Still, it looks nice. Let's shine this up a little bit. I didn't really do anything with this. I just kind of pulled it down from the thing, but it's a pretty machine. Let's turn the power on. We've got let's see if I can do this with one hand. I've got some old Walt Disney fireman thing or something here in 7-inch, so we'll do that. It's an older thing that probably we don't have to worry too much about YouTube getting stressed out about it either. So let's actually do this real quick. Sorry guys, I don't like making this. Let's make this easy. Let's just do this. There go. If you can see. Can you see? Yeah, you can see. Alright. So we'll just put this on here. This is probably the most enjoyable part of this, is just kind of playing around with the stuff before selling it. I don't know why. I enjoy playing around with it more than I do actually owning the stuff. So I like playing with it, and then I realize, hey, I've got 3 of these. Actually, you're actually balanced. That phone is bouncing on the Pioneer RT 900 that is being fixed right now. As you can see, it's pretty standard. Here, this tape will not come with this. This actually, I've got another. See, I told you, I've got 3 of these. I've got a Teak 410, 4010S as well. So, and these actually came with that. I think that's right. So, I should have probably practiced this before making you have to watch me do this, huh? Might have to restart this, guys. It's never fun. Neither is tape. Tape's never fun. I'll probably have to restart this so that you don't get too bored. There we go. Alright, now we won't restart. You know what you'll do? You'll just have to suffer. You guys have to suffer through this. The terrible tape fiasco of 2014. There we go. Alright, cool. And then, like I said before, we got these 2 dudes, so we'll pop them on and try to make sure that you get as much fun viewing as possible. This has 2 different speeds. There it is. Let's go ahead and power on. It's always so scary. Let's turn this down. What you hear in the background is the fan. That can probably be greased and oiled, but you'll see there's a fan constantly on. So that's what you hear, that kind of humming sound. You're going to hear that capacitor too. On this part right here, notice too, there's no light there. So please be aware. Oh, wait. No, there's no light there either. So be aware of that. And let's go ahead and turn it on. Alright. Fast. Now you have to fast forward like this.
Everybody sing la la la
There's that sound I was talking about. So what's happening is there's a capacitor leaking right there, and that's what's making this sound right here. And so you'll hear that every time you stop. So be aware of that. You know, that is part of what you're buying when you buy this from me. And the capacitor is actually on this bottom one. I know exactly which one. It's a large cap capacitor at the power. So I just don't have time to be taking all this stuff apart anymore. So anyways, there it is. Let's go ahead and turn that sound down though. There it is. One more thing too, by the way, please, when you get this, make sure you read that. It says switch only with on. There's a shift. What this does is this shifts between two different speeds, and it actually shifts between two different gears. So there's a gear in the front and a gear in the back, and right now it's in the front. When you push it, it goes to the back, and it's like a clutch. But what will happen is if you push it while it's not on, it basically doesn't hit the other one, so it doesn't slide into the other one. So be aware of that. You're going to have to go in there and manually mess around with it. So you're going to have to take it out. And you don't want to do that, do you? Well, yeah, you do, because you're going to have to get to this. But anyways, this is it. This is the Ampex in a suitcase with a fan on the back, 602, with both amps. One for fun and one for even more fun. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Thanks.